Hello there, my name is Rachel Lakatakaba Animation, and today we're going to talk about Unicorn Eternal Episode 9. And this episode was pretty good, especially the animation. Like always, it's just so smooth. But besides that, you kind of left out what happened in Episode 8. That's basically Merlin and Melissa go at it back and forth, sort of a power stroke because Merlin was sort of possessed. During this time, the whole team realized what's going on. They attempted to attack Merlin. But this fight scene, whoa, it really makes sense because it one doesn't make sense because when they start fighting, they actually starting to realize this is working. Like I think they just needed one more team member or the right team member to sort of kind of click. That sort of moment that everybody's on the level, or everybody understands what they must do. They don't just look at each other or see how the fight scene goes. The other compensate with the other and finish the fight. That's what I mean. It feels as the moment that everybody just understood. It was a great fight scene until the evil one who possessed Merlin decided, you know what? I don't like this. I switch bodies. He looks up the young monk and took his body. And that was everything started to be sort of unexpected because when the monk get possessed, you thought, oh, another fight scene. No, this was going a completely different direction that I wasn't really expecting or predicting that he basically possessed the monk and used his abilities to basically transport all the other unicorn warriors to the other side of the world. The you could say the limbo world. I know it's the specific name for this world, but you get the idea that I wasn't really expecting, especially how the prince reacted. Says, "Don't worry, give us time. We will actually save you." Then he got transported the other side. And at this point, everybody started waking up, sort of confused, like, what's this going on? Especially you have giants basically destroying the limbo world. Specifically finding this guy with a lion who is kind of like a Chad and the tiger still alive. If you don't remember that sort of Indian sort of maybe god. I'm really not sure what he is. That he is basically a Chad taking down this other beast. But I love that they sort of revealed something interesting. The guy with the armor is the young monk becoming a Chad. He is that sort of sculpted badass. You're just like, whoa, like what is going on here? After they sort of kind of defeat a part of the great evil one, they sort of disappeared and hired to kind of strategize and explain what's going on. Yeah, I love that they do explain why the young monk sort of got bigger. It's because Limbo World, it's basically you can't really tell time. Everybody has sort of kind of different perspective of time. A second over there could be a minute, or hour could be a month. It all depends on your basically position. That's sort of kind of interesting of the astral world that you just don't know what you're gonna get exactly. You understand it, but it's still not get the same thing you think the other guy would get. Sounds confusing, but yet sounds so interesting, so fascinating how they create this sort of magical world. But I love it during this time they were recuperating. The young prince sort of goes to his sort of flashback when he met Melissa, when the moment he decided to join her this grand battle to the end of the world. And you kind of understand how Melissa was at the very beginning, that sort of emo girl that she's so angry and pissed off all the time. And the young prince like, yeah, like what's going on? What are you doing in my territory? Yeah, like they sort of this is the moment they really realize, you know what? I think we need more than two people because the very beginning it's just him and his daughter taking down the great one. Even they both are that jacked, they have all the power of the world. They're not enough to actually take this creature. When they actually meet the prince, and you realize, yeah, I need more magical creatures to defeat the evil one. This is the point he decided to make the sort of organization specific to reborn over and over again the moment the evil one returns. But I love it sort of focus on the prince and Melissa, that sort of kind of growing relationship that sort of so subtle that you sort of hard to really read it well. Like the prince, like he's not really interested. He just sort of scared about the great evil one. Like he could help. He can actually fix this with them. Even he has to do sort of questionable things. But Melissa is sort of. I love her. She's sort of a Cinderella. That's the best way to describe her. Like she is very cold, very front. But every time she turned her back and no one's watching her, she's sort of relieved or kind of happy that someone actually wants to fight with her. And that's what I mean. Is she's sort of kind of a Cinderella who doesn't know how to express her emotions. Just the little moments here and there. And the elf prince kind of reeks that also, maybe. And this is what the everything sort of fall into place. But at the same time, going in the present to see Melissa flirting with her future ex-husband or future ex-boyfriend, and you see the elf prince sort of, yeah, maybe the old Melissa's dead. I have to sort of accept this. Especially he's sort of not wearing a shirt, being mopey, being that sort of photogenic photo, like a little bit too perfect in my taste. But once more, it's something I sort of noticed, especially how Melissa kind of having a great time with Winston. That yeah, like you have history, but this is a point I actually like that Melissa points out to Winston. Like I'm not the same person. In fact, I'm not either or the other two ladies before you met me. Yeah, I really enjoy that because this sort of cemented she is completely different. She is not the same. So do not expect the same sort of kind of treatment. Maybe because I have some memories, but doesn't mean I will go back to you. And you just like, whoa, that's mature. I mean, in the first episode to right now, Melissa became sort of kind of ready, you could say. Like she just sort of realized that she kind of went peace that she is fusing with someone else that become completely different and never the same. And that's you have to respect. Also, I really enjoy that the future, not the future, the elder of the team kind of playing sort of futuristic chess in a way. That's the best way they describe it. They sort of trying to understand what the best move in battle using sort of magical sort of chess in a way. It's not chess, but you get the idea. That's sort of how they strategize the next battle. And I love that they're trying to guess what they are trying to do. And the lion and the wizard, Merlin, they just don't care. They're just so focused on it. I thought that sort of kind of interesting, but also remind me back the 70s or 80s old films like doing magic chess or something only superpower beings do. That's sort of kind of cliche, but I just enjoyed that. That sort of moments like, yeah, perfect. Now, besides that, they sort of got interrupted to this another fight because they were sort of founded by the Great Evil One, and everybody like, what script? We going down hard, and it became sort of like the Avengers Final Stand kind of thing because everybody just collect, let's fight, and the battle was amazing. The animation, like always, really good. But I love it. They keep talking about this is the line they keep seeing. They cannot see after this. This sort of like they're blocked. They just don't know why. And that's sort of guessing they should continue fighting, should run away. But they decide it's great. Let's keep fighting. But it's a reason why. It's because is the whole plan of the Great Evil One is sort of break Melissa and two that give her her original form, and that it was sort of unexpected because Melissa herself that she's really accepted to being this new person, even that she sort of explained, even her fiance or ex-fiance trying to give her a name or new name because Melissa doesn't really describe who she is anymore. That I wondering what's the best name for Melissa, like the new name, something definitive, or the fan base could neighbor, or we went into the next episode, she defines her own name. We just don't know. I'm just curious. But besides that, I was sort of shocked they actually divided it in two and put the original Nissa a different place and the new one back to her own home with her parents sort of kind of crying, hoping her daughter is okay, having bad nightmares, what actually is happening to her. She out of nowhere unironically reappeared in the house nowadays, and I like how she reacted, how she had that sort of hero's calling. They need me. I cannot be here. I have to stay in the battlefield. And that sort of desperation, you just like, whoa, she has changed. I mean, usually if someone does this, you give the chance, you can have wonder. You have like sort time to actually think. I'm trying to explain here. And no, she wants to go back. Well, as thought of not even a second of a thought, she still wanted to go back. And the series stopped there because we have to wait for the next episode next week. I was like, no, don't stop here. It was so good. Why you do this to me? But hopefully next episodes I go more deeper explanation what's gonna happen next, what is the plan. But hopefully they do get a season two, even that this series was supposed to be a mini series that hopefully Gendy changed his mind or Cartoon Network convinced him to get another season. Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully they do because this episode was great. It was hype. It was magical. I just enjoyed, especially the art. God, every single episode, it just sort of surprise you how well the art really is, the fluency, the creativity, the sort of DBZ power ups. Like it was sort of unexpected. The sort of moments make it great. But besides that, I really can't say anything much. Just one question: how you felt about the episode? You hate it? You like it? Type it down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.